Hello and hi everyone. Welcome to the last session of the day. The demand for blockchain skills is high. Due to its many fields of application, the stream is looking to hire the talents who have the power to navigate this new technology. To bid adieu to the first day of the two-day free blockchain bootcamp for women organized by KBA, we have with us the young, talented, and free sprinter technologist Jen Buakaew keynoting on career opportunities in blockchain and cryptocurrency. Having served several fintech projects, startups, corporations, and government agencies in the areas including blockchain, tokenization, and digitalization, Jen's experience is through transforming emerging concepts and technologies into the practical real-world use cases. Currently based in Asia, Jen is appointed as a Chief Operating Officer for Z.com. On behalf of KBA and KBA Women Connect, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Jen for joining us live today on International Women's Day.
Good evening, Andrew. How are you doing? First of all, I would like to say thank you and my gratitude to yourself and the team at the KBA at Kerala Blockchain Academy, as well as the Digital University of Kerala. It's my pleasure to be here, and the time here in Bangkok is 7:30. So I think we like 1 hour and a half before you guys in India. So if you guys have any questions before we kick off, it's just going to be a very informal presentation. And so if you guys have any questions to begin with, feel free. If not, I'm just going to go ahead and start my presentation with just a few slides.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Audience, if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat box. She'll be happy to answer at the end of the session. Over to you, Jen. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. I might just share a screen with you guys. Hello, India. Hello, Kerala. I actually visited Kerala last 2020 before COVID. So love the place, love the food in Kerala, and always love being in India. So thank you as well for having me today and having a chance to speak you guys on today, honoring the International Women's Day as well. So I would like to share with you, first of all, before I share, I would like to quickly introduce myself. My name is Jen Buakaew. I am currently based in Asia, as Andrew has mentioned. I work for a company called GMOZ.com. It's a big company headquartered in Japan, and I am currently based in Bangkok, Thailand. But previous to this, I was living in Australia, so I am also an Australian as well as a Thai person. So I just wanted to, share with you about the aspect of career opportunities in the crypto industry as well as blockchain in general. So these days, I have been invited to attend several conferences, especially virtual conferences because of COVID. That makes it very hard for everyone to travel and move around. I am very picky about the places that I will go and talk about anything because I feel like if I don't have any valid points or anything really valuable to my audience, then there's no point for me to actually share or speak. But today, when Andrew reached out to me from KBA asking if I would like to join on this event, I immediately said yes, because as I said to you guys before, that India has got a special place in my heart. I started in cryptocurrency industry back like 5 years ago. And one of the very first few places that I came to for this whole crypto and blockchain opportunities were in India, believe it or not. It was in New Delhi, and that was like back in 2016. So today, having been in the industry, especially in the crypto industry for the last 4 or 5 years, I would like to share with you the journey and hopefully give you guys some tips about how you too can find your place and make it your own world in this whole crypto and blockchain space. So if you don't mind, I would like to share with you a few slides, really short and sweet. So here we go. Let me go with that slide. Okay, I'm not too sure if you guys can see my slide or not, guys.
Yes, we can see your slide. Yes.
Okay, so here is the cover of the blockchain bootcamp for women, and as you can see that different nationalities of us women are being featured. So I would like to highlight. I know that some of you in the audience probably got some males. You're not discriminated in any way, but I guess the majority of the audience or the people who are watching would be female. So the blockchain bootcamp for women obviously have been organized beautifully by the people at KBA and Digital University of Kerala. And I just wanted to point out that we are, especially in the cryptocurrency space and blockchain in general, and also in the tech world, female are still counted like in terms of cryptocurrency, less than 10% of the whole players in the industry. So obviously, we need a lot more of you guys, a lot more females to join me because I remember when I was in Dubai in 2017, joining a blockchain conference, and I was the only one of four women out of hundreds of men, in the conference. So what I'm trying to say is, this is not really a cowboys industry for crypto, even though sometimes it feels like that. But if you do it right and if you stay focused, you too can also find your place like how I have done before. So I just wanted to talk about how I came about to find myself in this whole cryptocurrency world and how I am now leading a huge crypto company based in Asia, and I am a COO for a company. How did I do that? And I actually, took it actually took me about 4 or 5 years max to actually get to this point. So back to 2016, I was in Australia, like I said to you guys before. What I was doing very well in my life during my education years, I would say that I was very good at my study. I didn't do anything technical. I was not a coder. I didn't do anything in programming. I didn't do any computer science. I was actually doing business administration, and I was doing so well that I got a scholarship to go to Australia and further my study over there. And eventually, I got my work opportunities as well as the citizenship opportunity in Australia as well. So I call Australia as my second home. Now, being in Australia, being good with what I studied, I found a good job. And if you guys know Australia, you probably know that it's one of the richest countries in terms of natural resources, minerals, gold and manganese, all sorts of things, or even oil and gas. So I got myself out of uni, and then I got a job in a mining company, from manganese to gold to oil and gas. I was really comfortable. I started off as doing admin, and then I moved on to doing planning, doing a program called SAP, SAP, and all. And things were going good for me. I got promoted and I felt comfortable with my job. And in Australia, the competition within the mining industry as well as oil and gas was really high and is still high, as in like a lot of people wanted to run after the jobs that you are in. So I was comfortable and was doing the job for like 8 years nonstop because it paid well. And even though I didn't feel any excitement getting up, I still continue my comfort zone and doing was what I was doing. But anyway, I started, things changed to my life back in 2016. And so I had to find myself like a hobby. And so I started off with like trading stocks and futures. If you guys ever done like trading stocks or, oil future before, I've done that. And then I came across this thing, the word called Ethereum, Ethereum, that night, at a mining camp in Western Australia. So what did I do? I thought to myself, like, damn, what is this stock? I needed to find out more about this stock. And then I went on to Google search and I typed the word Ethereum in. And then there was this whole sentence and things flowing out from Google, and it says blockchain, and it goes smart contract, and it goes all sorts of things that I never knew about before. But from that point onward, that late night, it actually brought a lot of things in terms of I started to do a research more and more about this whole Ethereum and this whole blockchain. And then as I was discovering it, because it's so new, imagine like 5 years ago, it was so new, but it kept me awake at night. So what did I do next? I went to my manager and I said, look, thank you for the promotion at the my side. It's been really good. I decided that I wanted to quit the job that I've been doing for like 8 years and I wanted to go for a new industry. So my manager was asking me like, are you going into like, are you going to try to further your education? Or are you going to try something different in terms of going to a different thing, like, another oil and gas plant? And my answer was no, I'm actually going to go into this whole crypto business. I wanted to find out what is so about, what is this Ethereum, how it all works, and what is Bitcoin, and so forth. Can you imagine, like, the reaction of my colleagues? I was in like one of the best places to work in Australia, and I just decided to throw it away. And I said I believe in crypto, and I wanted to find out more and find my opportunities there. So obviously, the manager and the people at the company back in Australia, they all were thinking that I was going crazy. But regardless, despite how many people call you crazy, I mean, they actually meant well. They actually care about me, so they thought I was crazy. But because they care about me, but I chose for once in my life that I actually listen to my gut feeling, which I'm going to move on to my next slide. Number one, in order to find your place in this whole new industry, such as cryptocurrency and blockchain, you need to listen to your gut instinct. Just how I did before, like I said to you guys, I was really comfortable with one of the most well-paid job in Australia, doing something that I didn't actually like, but it paid the bills. So I never took any risk. But when this whole crypto came, this whole Ethereum came, I got really excited, and for once, I listened to my whole gut instinct, and I actually decided and made a decision to go after my passion. Even though I didn't know at the time whether this whole crypto thing would work for me or not. And maybe the people were right that I would return back to the mining industry like in the next 3 or 6 months. That's the time that they gave me. So anyway, long story short, I quit that job because I listened to my gut feeling for the first time in my life, you know. And the reason why I did that is because how we all get comfortable, but there are times in our lives when we come across something and we found ourselves like stay awake at night doing research, wanting to find out more, having fun. You need to really recognize all these signals that your instinct is sending to you. So for once in my life, I listened to it and I kept going. So you need to also stop playing it safe. So after I left the job at the my site in Australia, I wanted to find out how this whole token, how like people create a coin or a token based on a smart contract, and they use Ethereum blockchain. And during 2017, as a matter of fact, a lot of people or companies or projects actually come up with what's called like a white paper, which is like a business perspective, and people come up with an idea, basically nothing to back those ideas, but they come up with good ideas, and then they started this whole smart contract on the Ethereum blockchain, and then they create all these different tokens. I was so amazed by that. Mind you, I'm not a technical person. And like I said, I'm not a coder, I'm not a developer, I'm not a programmer, but the idea of that you can create something out of a smart contract based on the codes, and then it can go anywhere, decentralized way. That really amazed me. So I tried to find my opportunities. So what did I do? After I quit the job, I didn't actually have another job to go to. So I had to try to find a project that would take someone like me who is non-technical to go into so that I can learn more about how these people can create the token through blockchain smart contract Ethereum. So I actually gone through a lot of websites, I started to be vocal on social media. And can you imagine like 4 years ago, there were not many females at all. And then I made a post about something about token or about a coin or about Bitcoin, and it actually went viral because there was so small amount of females, that small, that when one female was vocal about this whole cryptocurrency, it went viral. So it went into my favor. So the next thing I did was I volunteer. I tried to chase this project. I would not name the project because it's in the past, but I was chasing this project and I said, look, guys, I wanted to learn. Can I please translate a white paper for you for free? Okay. So I stopped playing it safe. Remember, I was like coming from a very safe job, a very highly paid job, and I threw that away. And then I asked someone, a project, saying that I wanted to be part of it and I wanted to do a translation work for them for free. And in my favor, they said yes. And that project, basically, they were creating a white paper, and then I had to translate into a foreign language. In that case, was Thai language. And then what they did was they created tokens, a number of millions of tokens on ERC20 or Ethereum blockchain. And it actually started off really, really well. Like it had a really good exposure, and all the good people were coming together to be part of this project. However, my first gig, I was doing well as a translator. And later on, they promoted me to become part of their marketing, which I was really, really enjoying it. But that project in the end turned out to be a flop, like a total flop. It failed miserably, like failed, and I was in shock. Like this dream of me, something that kept me awake at night, that dream, the passion, I wanted to find out more. It turned out to be just something that people call a flop. I didn't take that very well. I felt like I failed. And more on that as well, because then, as I said to you, there weren't that many female voices in the industry. And people knew that I was backing that project. And since it became a flop, people started to attack me online. It was so bad. And at that time, me being so new to this industry, a female, I wasn't used to it. I didn't know how to handle online attacks when people attack you online. So what did I do? I thought I was right. So I retaliated. I responded. Now I learned. I learned my lesson, of course. I'm not going to respond, but in the past, I used to. So I felt super hurt at that time, and I felt like I also felt. But then, please do believe that as you guys probably gone through things in your life, right? Time heals everything. It took me about 3 or 6 months after that, things settled down. And then new projects came in, more opportunities came in. And what did I do? I stay honest about, look, I failed. Look, I done this, look, I've done that. I've been honest about my situation. And there were some projects that actually took me and said, no, we don't care about your flop. You can leave it there. Let's move on. Let's do something good together. And so I got an opportunity to join different other projects. ICO, if you guys heard of initial coin offering, where people can actually raise millions, creating all these, coins or tokens on ERC20, Ethereum blockchain. I was part of the ICO craze. So I was part of different projects. A lot of projects were really, really successful, thank God. But there were some projects as well beside the first one that also fell. So what I'm saying here is number two, if you can see my slide here still, stop playing it safe, you know, even though it was difficult, whatever that you are facing, because when you're getting yourself into a new industry or trying new things, you're going to have to find your challenges and you have to probably face obstacles. So stop playing it safe and actually have fun with it. Number three, I really wanted to pinpoint, be an expert in your field. I don't know what you guys are doing. Like, please, if blockchain development is your degree, or if you are in computer science, or if you are a coder, for example, make sure that what you do, you already are an expert in that. And if you are not, please do whatever you can in your power to make sure that you are, because there's no point, for me. What I'm trying to say is, for example, if you are a brilliant coder, then you can do more in areas such as, for example, if you wanted to do a blog or share some knowledge to do with, coding or any other things. There's no point if you're not good at what you do right now, because it's very hard for you to actually, get yourself into another opportunities. Number four, power of networking. The whole virtual conference like this one. I used to go to a lot of physical events, especially overseas, like Dubai, Japan, what else? Australia, America. Such a really, really good thing for you to put yourself out there if you can. I understand right now we are living in a very difficult time because of COVID, and some people have lost their jobs and etc. So if you can, for example, this event, the free bootcamp for women in blockchain, join them, talk with the people, connect with people. Okay. Number four as well, power of networking. Power of networking, this also includes platforms such as LinkedIn. Has anyone here on LinkedIn? I know from a fact that myself and Andrew are connected together through LinkedIn. So I must say that, especially with the nascent industry like cryptocurrency and blockchain, LinkedIn is super, super powerful. I cannot tell you how many good opportunities I have been given to me through this platform. So if I can, you can as well. But you need to actually create your brand. That means you need to interact with other people on the platform. And if you can share your knowledge, like I said to you, number three, be an expert in your own field. If you're good at coding, you share the coding knowledge or news with other people. That is actually how you grow your network. And that's how you're creating your own brand through LinkedIn. So please, I have done it before. It's been super successful. Even though before I was not a premium member of LinkedIn, but now I am because I can afford it. But before that, I could not, but I still was given opportunities through LinkedIn. So keep connected with people, share knowledge, as well as use it as a place where you can actually voice your opinion or your knowledge, and therefore it will become a platform where you have created your own brand or identity. Number five, keep up with the trends. For myself, I'm in cryptocurrency, so I can't just stick with Bitcoin and Ethereum. So in my area, for example, cryptocurrency, I now need to actually get myself up to speed, keeping myself updated at all times. For example, there are things, the latest one in cryptocurrency, there is this thing called non-fungible token. If you guys are on the platform called Valuables, it is a platform based on Ethereum blockchain, and people can come buy and sell a tweet. Are you guys on Twitter, right? Someone's Twitter was sold for 1 million US dollars. And how do they pay for that? They pay it through Ethereum token. So this is the latest trend in my industry. And therefore, if I wanted to stay relevant in this industry, I need to keep my knowledge up to date, right? So that's what I mean by keeping up with the trends. Number six, I said this before, but I would like to actually emphasize it again. Getting yourself noticed. Nobody else is going to be doing this for you. If you're listening to me from India, you understand that your country is so powerful in terms of the technical knowledge. You've got lots of technical guys out there doing the jobs, technical jobs around the world. but there are millions like you. So it is very, very important that you put your face out there. You know, you have to create your own brand and get yourself noticed. You have to be standing out from the rest of your crew. So how do you do that? As I said to you before, if you would read the list above, you need to be very good at what you do. You share your knowledge, you get your voice heard, you connect with other people, you create your own brand, and then people will know who you are. Okay. Now, the last one, expand your horizons. Don't just get comfortable. Like, for example, like myself, I was comfortable living in Australia, 8 years in the mining site, my life was great. But you need to expand your horizons. You need to go to a different place if you got the opportunities. If you got job offers overseas, go for it. Try to, expand and get out of your comfort zone. Now, the next one, I would like to move on. Sorry, I got really passionate talking about my whole experience because I really wanted to share everything in a very short period of time to all of you. Because, as I said to you guys before, that the first place that I went was in New Delhi. At the time, people started to know me in this whole cryptocurrency and blockchain. I went to a conference in New Delhi and I was thinking this is going to be great. It's all going to be all about me. And then I was looking out on the road. I was in a taxi from the airport to a hotel. And then I saw, on the street of India, you can see a lot of people don't have the same opportunities. And I saw this kid on the street, and I thought to myself, this thing came to my mind. I'm not too sure if you guys are familiar with cryptocurrency, but there was this guy called Satoshi Nakamoto. He's the one who invented Bitcoin. Actually, we can't identify whether it's a he or a she or a group of people. Anyway, Satoshi Nakamoto idea about creating the whole cryptocurrency or decentralized currency was to make this whole financial economy in the world better and fairer for everyone. So when I was looking at the kid, in a busy Delhi street, I was thinking to myself, like, hey, Jen, maybe what you are doing right now about this whole cryptocurrency and blockchain, it might be a tool that would be transforming wealth. It might be the thing that actually would make this world actually better. So this is why I wanted to share with you guys, and this is why India has always has got that special place in my heart because it gave me a purpose instead of Jen, go here, go there, more opportunities for you, more money for you too. But here is a deeper level of purpose, and I found it in India. So I always remind myself when I got too carried away about money, like what is the real purpose of cryptocurrency and all. Now, moving on to the platforms to use, I already explained about the power of LinkedIn. So if you're not on LinkedIn, please get on it. And if you haven't done much activities on LinkedIn, get busy. And you can also get connected with me as well. More than welcome. If you'd like to put a note saying that you come from this conference, I will accept you as a connection. Reddit is a very good platform as well to share different things, and you get to learn different new things. Associations or forums, such as the KBA or the one that we are in right now, hackathons as well. A lot of companies love being in hackathons. If you are in the technical field, please do join and get yourself active in hackathons. International job search. This is a tip for me. If you guys are looking for opportunities overseas, I would recommend countries that are such as Australia, Singapore, Thailand, and Malaysia. These countries have a shortage of technical skills, especially cryptocurrency and blockchain. And jobsdb.com is a place where you can go and find different opportunities, legit opportunities in these different regions and countries that I mentioned. So what I have explained to you today, guys, basically I try to wrap it so quickly, but I hope that you guys can learn a thing or two. As women within the space, is very small amount compared to other men. But that doesn't matter because, being the minority sometimes give you the opportunity as well. Imagine I said to you before 5 years ago, there weren't no any women. And here I came along and I got more opportunities out of it. Right now, it's time for us to get ourselves noticed. So I would like to encourage you all to put yourselves out there. Like right now, what I do is I've been part of the fail projects, the flops. I've been with the very successful ones, and I got a chance to be doing so many fun things, traveling the world. But most of all, it led me to actually lead a very successful company right now. And I think you guys as well, listening to me right now, you guys can do it too. But you need to go through, probably obstacles and all. It doesn't matter. Just have fun along the way. Now, if you guys have any questions, also feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. But at the same time, if you'd like to ask me any questions live, feel free to do so. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Jen. That was absolutely a splendid presentation. I have a question like the blockchain women leaders are good for business. How would you rate this statement?
Come again with the question. I was losing you for the last sentence.
Okay, the question is like blockchain women leaders are good for business. How would you rate this statement?
The statement about us women are good at business, right?
Yes, blockchain women leaders.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Though personally, I am from the business side, and I'm doing well. But at the same time, I wanted to say as well that I have come across a number of excellent blockchain developers who are female. So it's not just about the business side or aspect, on the technical side as well. I think females actually should be recognized more in that area. But for business, thank you very much. I take that as a compliment for us women on behalf of all women in the blockchain space. Yes.
Thanks, Jen. And one last question from Shaishta Ali. Can you share the resources, the roadmap to learn more about blockchain? If you have any resource, you can please share it in the chat box.
For the blockchain or cryptocurrency in general, and if you talk about roadmap, that is also a very broad area. I would say that, do ping me in person. I might not be able to answer all the time because I'm a very busy woman. But at the same time, if you wanted to suggest, like, can you share about this? Ping me, even drop me a message on LinkedIn as well. And what I would usually do is to share that through the post, or then I'll be able to cater to what you wanted to know more. Because when you say about the roadmap and etc., the materials or the resources, there are so many places that you can go out there. But whatever I would recommend, I would like to recommend that personally. So I would say that on a different session, through a chat, and then suggest that to me, and then I will put it on my post and make it public and share with you.
Thank you, Jen. I think we have answered all the questions. Once again, thank you for joining us live today on the International Women's Day for 2-day free blockchain bootcamp for women. I hope we can associate in similar events in the future. Looking forward to the same. Thank you once again. Happy Women's Day, Jen.
Thank you so much, Andrew, and words of encouragement as well. I think the initiative that you guys have got at the KBA is probably brilliant, and I love seeing more and more, and I would like to support in ways that I can, and I'm super grateful, and thanks so much for reaching out to me and thinking of me to share the experience here. Thank you.